If you remember that night, people said, well, what do you think? You think it's a rematch? I said, yeah, the rematch sounds great. Strickland. Nobody gave a shit about Strickland a week ago. Now he's hot as can be, you know? That's the thing with this sport.
I think it's silly if Izzy gets an immediate rematch because this isn't his first loss as champion.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside the Cage, where we bring you the latest and exciting updates of UFC. First, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Dana White drops a rematch bombshell, but it's not what you think. Right after the big UFC 293 event in Sydney, Dana White, the UFC CEO, had some things to say at the post-fight press conference. Interestingly, he called out for a rematch of Adesanya versus Strickland. Here are his words.
I think you do the rematch, absolutely. I mean, the rematch is interesting.
Moreover, Dana White is clarifying his stance on the potential rematch between Israel Adesanya and Sean Strickland. He's addressing the media and explaining that there was some misunderstanding or misinterpretation of his previous comments. Later on, White starts by mentioning that after the fight, when people asked him about the possibility of a rematch, he seemed open to the idea. However, he expresses frustration with some online articles and reports that portrayed his comments as a confirmation that the rematch was happening. Essentially, he emphasizes that he never definitively stated, yes, we're going to do this rematch. White reiterates that there are various options and possibilities for the UFC, and they will consider all of them.
If you remember that night, people said, well, what do you think? You think it's a rematch? I said, yeah, the rematch sounds great. Never did I say I saw the stupid fucking shit that was written, by all these stupid fucking websites. Never once did I say, yes, we're going to fucking do this rematch. I said, yeah, the rematch sounds, we'll see what happens. There's obviously lots of options out there, and we'll see what happens. But yes, I'm still not opposed to an Israel rematch. We'll see how it goes.
In the last, White might not want to make a definitive decision or commit to a rematch because there could be pressure or expectations from Sean Strickland or others involved in the situation. It's a way of acknowledging the complexities and dynamics at play in MMA and title matchups. Dana White's jaw-dropping reaction to UFC's newest champ. Surprisingly, Sean Strickland's popularity has shot through the roof in just less than a week. After his victory over Adesanya, he's gained 100,000 Instagram followers since then. That's some serious attention. And you know who else is paying attention? Dana White, the UFC president and now CEO of the newly merged UFC and WWE under TKO Group Holdings Inc. During a stroll in New York City. White, who's 54 by the way, had some interesting things to say. He seems to believe that Strickland's title reign is just getting started. He also suggests a potential immediate rematch between Strickland and Adesanya.
Strickland. Nobody gave a shit about Strickland a week ago. Now he's hot as can be, That's the thing with this sport.
Yeah.
First of all, in boxing, when a guy who's a 7-1 underdog is fighting, he loses every time. Like the 7-1 dog loses every time. Not in this sport. Anything's possible in this sport, and, last week, Strickland, everybody was like, oh, this fight sucks, this is bullshit. Now everybody's swinging on him, you know what I mean? And he's the man.
So Dana White isn't wasting any time when it comes to potential contenders for Sean Strickland's newly won UFC middleweight title. He mentioned names like Dricus du Plessis and Khamzat Chimaev as possible contenders. That's some pretty tough competition right there. But here's the twist. Dana didn't spill the beans on which direction the UFC might go for Strickland's first title defense. It looks like they're keeping their cards close to their chest for now. Whittaker's controversial comment rocks rematch talks. Here, the Reaper. Robert Whittaker has a different perspective on this whole Sean Strickland and Israel Adesanya situation. He thinks there are plenty of other options for Strickland instead of just giving Adesanya an immediate rematch. Meanwhile, Whittaker finds it a bit silly that Adesanya might get another immediate rematch, especially considering he's lost the middleweight title for the second time in less than a year. As you know, Dana White stirred the pot by suggesting that an immediate rematch was necessary, but Whittaker isn't buying it. During an appearance on the MMA Hour with Ariel Helwani, Whittaker pointed out that Adesanya already got an immediate rematch in 2023 after losing the belt to his longtime rival Alex Pereira late last year. So he does not agree with the statement of Dana White. Simply, he argues that fairness shouldn't be the main consideration because life in general isn't always fair. Whittaker highlights that this wouldn't be Adesanya's first loss as a champion. In Whittaker's view, Adesanya didn't successfully defend the title after regaining it, and now he's lost it again. This pattern raises questions about whether Adesanya should keep getting immediate rematches every time he loses the title. Whittaker suggests that this approach isn't in line with the nature of the fight game.
Well, let's take fair out of the equation.
Okay.
Life isn't fair, right?
Fair.
But I think it's silly if Izzy gets an immediate rematch, because this isn't his first loss as champion. You know, he didn't defend the belt again. He lost to Pereira, got the belt back, and then lost it again. And you have to ask, like, is the idea just to keep letting him have rematches when he loses? Like, relax. It's that's the fight game.
He added,
It puts the UFC in a tricky position because, you know, Izzy's kind of one of their premier guys. You know, he's one of the poster boys. But I think he's got some work to do.
So, what Whittaker is getting at here is that he's suggesting that UFC should consider a more competitive and merit-based approach. Undoubtedly, it's all about fairness and making sure that fighters who've worked hard and proven themselves get a fair shot at those title belts. Guys, we'd love your support if you're enjoying the video. So just hit that subscribe button to motivate us to bring you more exciting content. Sean Strickland's outrageous attack on Andrew Tate. You won't believe this, but UFC middleweight champ Sean Strickland isn't exactly a fan of the well-known internet personality Andrew Tate. Recently, he made his feelings pretty clear during a recent appearance on the Full Send podcast when the topic of Tate came up. When asked about his thoughts on Tate, Strickland didn't hold back at all. He went straight to the point and called Tate a con artist. After that, it turns out that Tate admitted to pretending to be a woman to scam money out of unsuspecting men. As always, Strickland didn't hesitate to call him out on it. In these remarks, Sean Strickland is strongly condemning Andrew Tate, while offering his insights into why some individuals might admire Tate despite his controversial actions. Strickland begins by suggesting that some young men look up to Andrew Tate because they may lack strong moral values and positive male role models in their lives. Later on, he criticizes the idea that people might idolize Tate based on shallow criteria such as his wealth and his relationships with women. In doing so, Strickland highlights the superficial reasons that some individuals might find Tate appealing.
Here's the thing about Andrew Tate, man, and as young men, I can see why you guys look up to him, because you are moralist men. You have no values. You have no positive male role models. So you latch onto a piece of shit like Tate, who has money, who has women. You say, no, I want to be like Tate. All my problems in the world, they're because women are fucking me. They're because this is fucking me. No, that's not it. So Andrew Tate is a con artist.
In simple words, Strickland indicates his belief that Tate's influence may be misleading or harmful to those who look up to him. Corner advice saves UFC 293 Contender's life. In the recent showdown of UFC 293, Israel Adesanya, the former two-time undisputed middleweight champion, lost to his student, Sean Strickland, who was coached by Eric Nixick from Extreme Couture. It was quite an unexpected upset, right? Adesanya had some nice things to say about his coach, Eric Nixick, even though he lost the title. However, he claimed that Nixick's corner advice during the fight helped save Sean Strickland's life. During his talk with Morning Combat, he mentioned that Adesanya told him right after the fight that his advice was crucial in saving Strickland's life. While Adesanya was trying to set up a high kick move, but Nixick managed to read it and guide Strickland accordingly.
I had a good talk with Izzy after the fight was over in the back, and Izzy came up to me. He's like, "You saved that man's life." And I was like, "Oh yeah, how so?" And he goes, "You kept calling out my reads." And I was like, "Yeah, because I saw what you were setting up." And one of the things was the southpaw drop step. Izzy drop backs into southpaw, drop step into southpaw. He would throw his southpaw cross at Sean's right hand, and Sean was parrying it like this. And I yell at Sean, I go, "Bro, he's going to same side head kick you. Like it's gonna come right behind it."
You know, Israel Adesanya doesn't seem too bothered by the critics after his title loss to Strickland at UFC 293. He's going with the flow in his career. And guess what? There's talk of an immediate championship rematch between Adesanya and the new champ. Meanwhile, Adesanya's head coach, Eugene Behrman, is saying that this rematch could happen as early as December this year. Surely it'll be interesting to see if Adesanya can bounce back and reclaim the title. All right, guys, that's all for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. See you at the next one. Until then, goodbye.